Okay, today I have come to a place called Pleasant Forest Cemetery. It was established in 1796. It's a very old cemetery. And here are a number of the older graves here. You can tell that these are probably some of the older ones here because of the way they've worn out on the writing. Here's one from 1895. Newcomb is Mary Newcomb. She was born in 1858 and died in 1895. That's a pretty old grave there. A lot of these look like this person, he was aged 73 when he died, but most of the writing on these have been worn away by the years, I think. This one died in 1913. Not sure if there was any. Of course, there could be graves in here that are not marked as well. There's some over here with just some broken stones. Not like that. Here's an interesting little gravestone. It has what was a lamb on the top of it. It could have been a child, but it says born 1833, died 1895, so it wasn't a child. Usually they put those on top of children's graves. Here's another one that's unfortunately worn away. I believe it said died 1900 on that one. There's a variety of stones in here. There's a newer one up there. It says 1932. There's one. It's either 57, 87, or 97. I think it's 97 when they died. Mary, aged 73. Here's somebody decorated this one for Christmas. It's been there quite a while. Emma Hayworth Smith died in 1929. Those are interesting little short stones. And of course we have the obelisk type stones here. This one's rather large. Oh wow, it's really hard to read this one. It needs to be cleaned off. Okay, this cemetery looks kind of small, but once you get in here, there's quite a bit of land to it. And I'm not sure why this part over here has a fence separating it from this one, although there's a one across the street, and this may be, over here may be the Concord Cemetery. I believe the one across the street is called the Concord Cemetery. There's a lot of older monuments back here as well. You can tell because they're not the squared off monuments you usually see in a newer cemetery, like some of the ones that are over there. Although I think the Concord Cemetery is quite old as well. Okay, this monument here seems to be one of the older ones. This person died in 1803. D. Samuel C. Martin. I don't know if that means there's two people here or this is just his name. Dr. Samuel Martin, maybe. And there's some Interesting rose carving on that. And next to it is one of the older ones. Of course, you can't read that one either because of the, unfortunately, the weather will get rid of all the markings on these. There's another obelisk. Those were very popular, I think, at one time. There's an American flag. I think maybe that was for some soldiers. And there's a monument to soldiers in here. It says, "In honor of all veterans who have served and are serving." Okay, I found an interesting one here. This is for Archibald Roan, 1759 to 1819. It says he was a Revolutionary War soldier at the surrender of Cornwallis, member of the Tennessee Constitutional Convention in 1796. He was a superior judge in 1796, a Supreme Court judge in 1819, that's the year he passed away, and governor in 1801 to 1803. And this was erected by the state of Tennessee in 1918. So this is Archibald Roan, and he was one of our former governors. I did not know that. Okay, this turns out to be kind of a historic cemetery around here, I guess. This here is in memory of David and Nancy Steele Campbell, who, with two brothers, immigrated from Virginia and built the fort and were founders of Campbell Station, which is right out that way is Campbell Station Road. And that was Campbell Station is where they had the Civil War battle. They died in 1815, was granted of this tract of land for church and cemetery in the year 1800. And it lists all their children: William, Alexander, Polly, Peggy, James, David, Betsy. They had a lot of kids. John Steele Campbell, 5/23/1808, erected by the Orrin Lodge, number 27610OF. Not sure what that is, but that's pretty an historic area around here. Campbell Station was, like I said, a Civil War battle, and there's also a house out in that direction where they had a way station for carriages and that sort of thing. So like I said, there's a lot of interesting and historic things in this little cemetery here. Okay, this monument says it was the site of the Pleasant Forest Church and School. The Pleasant Forest Cemetery in 1910, Governor Principal Cooper Historical Committee, and it lists a whole bunch of names here of people who were, I guess, head of the cemetery at one time. This is also where there was a Pleasant Forest Church and School. Okay, this is one of the newer parts of the cemetery here. I have some interesting stones here that I wanted to show you, especially this one here, Mr. and Mrs. Becker, and this is a carved or laser carved stone, I believe. It has a beautiful little church scene with a puppy, like a German Shepherd type dog on it, a little stream, That is really pretty. It's amazing what they can do now. I think this is done with lasers, as I recall. And this is in the section that was cordoned off, and this, like I said, may be the Concord Cemetery over here. Here we have, this one has someone's picture that's been lasered on it, which is kind of neat. Some of these have photographs attached to them, which is nice, to know what the person looked like before they passed. Over here, we have another laser stone, and that one has a guitar on it, which is kind of neat. Let's try to get closer there. Yep, that's pretty cool. Yeah, some of these are pretty neat headstones. Now, like I said, this may be the Concord. This one up here is pretty well decorated. It's a cross. It has flowers over it, and someone's photograph is on it too. That was a young lady, I believe, who passed away. Yes. A young lady here, Brooke Marie, our princess. How sad. Somebody died that young. And here's another one with a column. I'm not sure how much you're getting of this because of the sun. These are interesting gravestones, and what they can do with markers nowadays is really interesting.